In the heart of southwestern Nigeria lay the village of Iyanth, a place where the earth was red, the mornings were gentle, and life moved in rhythm with the sun. At dawn, the village stirred slowly, as though waking from a shared dream. Smoke rose softly from cooking fires, children's laughter echoed faintly through narrow paths, and elders sat beneath the great iroko tree, watching the world come alive once again. Women stepped out of their huts with clay pots balanced effortlessly on their heads, moving toward the stream. Farmers adjusted their tools, preparing for another long day beneath the sun. Among them walked Esther. She did not announce herself. She did not draw attention. Yet her presence was felt everywhere. She greeted elders with respect, helped children tie loose sandals, and lifted burdens without being asked. She was young, beautiful in a quiet way, but it was her spirit that softened the village. Where Esther passed, things felt lighter. The elders noticed. They always did. "She walks like someone sent," one elder murmured. And as the sun climbed higher, the village continued its day, unaware that the story unfolding within its paths would soon teach a lesson older than the iroko tree itself. Esther was unlike anyone else in Iyanth. Not because she was striking in appearance, though the villagers would whisper that her smooth, dark skin seemed to glow in the morning sun, but because of a quality that could not be measured with eyes alone. Each morning, long before the sun fully crowned the sky, Esther would rise. She fetched water for the elderly, carried firewood for widows, cleaned wounds, mended roofs, and comforted those whose hearts were heavy. Children followed her everywhere, learning kindness without lessons. Animals trusted her. Elders leaned on her strength. She never asked for praise, never complained. Her reward was the act of giving itself. "She has a golden heart," the elders said, "and hearts like that are rare." Yet Esther carried a quiet longing, one she never spoke aloud. A hope that someone, somewhere, would see her not just for what she gave, but for who she was. Chris loved Esther, or at least, he believed he did. He watched her from afar, admiring her kindness, her patience, her grace. Yet admiration never became action. He lingered in silence, uncertain of himself, unsure of what he wanted. He wanted her presence, but not the responsibility of her heart. Fear held him back. Confusion clouded him. And so, he watched while time moved forward. The village noticed his silence. The elders whispered. "He has gold in his hands," one said, "but does not know its weight." Chris remained on the edge, loving quietly, failing loudly. At night, Esther sat beneath the stars. The village slept, but her heart did not. She wondered if love was meant to feel lonely, if patience was strength or silent suffering, if giving endlessly meant losing oneself. She thought of Chris, his quiet glances, his unspoken affection, his hesitation. Is love meant to be this quiet? She whispered to the moon. Still, she endured. Still, she hoped. Still, she gave. But something within her had begun to change. Around a crackling fire, the elders spoke in hushed voices. "She carries the village," one said. "And he carries uncertainty," another replied. They feared Chris would only recognize Esther's worth when it was gone. "A heart that hesitates," an elder warned, "loses what does not wait." The fire burned low. The lesson lingered in the night air. A traveler arrived at dusk, dusty, weary, wise. He warned the elders, "Not all hearts are steady. Promises without action are empty." Esther listened carefully. Chris felt exposed. The traveler left, but his words stayed behind, heavy, unsettling, true. By the river at dawn, Esther spoke. "I have given my heart," she said calmly. "But I cannot remain in a love built on hesitation." Chris admitted the truth. "I don't know what I want." Esther nodded, not angry, not bitter. "Then step aside," she said. "I will not wait in silence." She walked away. The village whispered. Children repeated lessons they barely understood. Elders nodded knowingly. Neighbors observed quietly. Esther continued giving, but now with boundaries. Chris felt the weight of the village's silence. Under moonlight, Chris walked alone. Memories flooded him, Esther's kindness, her patience, her strength. Fear gave way to regret. Regret gave way to resolve. He understood at last. Golden hearts do not beg to be chosen. At dawn, by the river, Chris returned. "I see now," he said. "I am ready." Esther listened carefully. "I will trust you," she said softly. But love is a daily choice. Together, they stepped forward, not perfect, but aware. And the village breathed again.